somewhere to be? I have an important interview to get to. Hey, hello? What part of hurry up don't you understand? I have an important interview to get to. Do you understand me? Hey, hello? What are you, senile? Why are you out here by yourself anyway? Hello? Why are you even out here on your own? Let's go. Move it. Let's move it.
What's the matter? What's wrong? Grandpa, are you okay?
But this is your grandfather?
Yeah, I was driving him.
Well, you need to put him in a home or something, because he's obviously senile. He is not responding to anything I'm saying.
He's hard of hearing. He's an old man.
Well, he's not respecting the fact that I have somewhere that I need to be. He's moving slower than a snail.
He can't move quickly. He has arthritis.
I don't care. I need to park my car.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can't you just park somewhere else? There's plenty of spots.
I'm not parking in the back. Who do you think I am?
You need to show some more respect for an elderly man.
Well, he obviously doesn't have respect for the fact that I have an important interview to get to. I'm interviewing with the CEO of that huge company up there. He obviously has no idea what it is to have real responsibilities.
I can't believe you would make that kind of assumption about someone you've never even met.
You know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna leave my car here. I don't care if it blocks you in. You know, you better hope that I get this job.
You definitely will not be getting this job.
Excuse me?
I said you definitely will not be getting the job. Trust me, I would know.
Why is that?
I'm Ethan Johnson. I'm the CEO of this company. And this is my grandfather, Louis Johnson. That ring a bell?
Oh my gosh. Oh, sir. Oh, I'm such a fan. Oh, you've inspired me so much. I hope that we can forget all about this little misunderstanding. I'm Joanne. It's so nice to meet you.
Don't even try to put up an act. I think we've seen how you behave under pressure. Now, you may not have the patience for my grandfather, but let me tell you something. He immigrated to this country with nothing. He may not have been able to move up quickly, but he had a dream. He worked every day to have the best shop in town. And slowly, after many years of patience and hard work, his business began to grow. And now we've expanded and we have many stores. And we're becoming one of the most successful companies in the country, as I'm sure you know. And at our company, we look for employees with the same patience that my grandfather had. Someone who's running so late that they have to speed to get where they're going, and so impatient that you would scream at a complete stranger is not a good fit for our company. Come on, Grandpa. We have much better applicants to interview.
The young woman thought that her speed and impatience with others were admirable qualities for a young businesswoman to have, but the story of the CEO's slow and patient hard work proved her wrong. She also made rude remarks to the CEO because of his old age, without considering that she should have some respect for her elders. You never know what someone much older than you might have experienced in their long lifetime. Today, the young businesswoman learned two important lessons. Slow and steady wins the race, and always have respect for your elders.
Age is nothing but a number. Your age can't stop you from playing, having fun, and dreaming. Some people say, "I'm too old for sport." But when you see what this man is doing, clearly that's not true at all. Whatever anyone says, sport has no age limits. Let's put an end to these cliches. Of course, you won't be as fast as Usain Bolt when you're 70. And it's obvious that as time passes, rediscovering the energy of youth can prove to be more complicated than it used to. But these people prove that you can still have a great time and do amazing things. Even unexpected feats. Our limits are just in our head. With determination, bravery, discipline, having a second youth or never really growing old is possible. This is great news, right? Yes, you don't need to be 20 years old to shine at your favorite sport. Whether it's basketball or something else. Sport helps you feel comfortable in your own skin, whether you're young or old. Sport is good for your body and your mind, regardless of your age. So to anyone who thinks they're too old, that they're too slow, that they can't participate in a sport because they're not good enough, you're completely wrong. Sport doesn't have a set age, physique, or any limits. And these people prove that you should never give up.
Prayer is we should age gracefully in good health. We should age around those who love us so that they can take care of us. And we pray that when the end comes, it will not be as difficult as our youthful age, because we have toiled so hard. And when we need the rest, we hope the rest will come. Thank you so much. Old age varies. You know, the issue of environment. When you are in a place where things are working, you have good environment, you have health care, you have people around who care, you have all the social amenities, you find that old age doesn't set in early. But when you are in a difficult environment where things don't work, where you need to toil so hard to be able to eat, to be able to take care of yourself, and the health care is not really working as you work, you find that the age sets in, early, because some, by virtue of some kind of illness, they are not really old, but they look old, particularly those who are diabetic. When you are diabetic, the diet changes, your lifestyle completely changes. And if you are not where you get what you eat to keep you going, you are not where you get the drugs that will sustain you, you find that the body, quickly deteriorates, and then it changes, and before you know it, at the age of 40, you are looking 50 or 60. Yes, but if you are around where things are working and you also have that wherewithal, you have the money to eat what you want, to go to the hospital you should go to, you have people around you who can help you do things, you find that at the age of 60, 65, 70, you still look good. Yeah. So here in Nigeria, we are pegging it from maybe 50. Yes, because 50 now in Nigeria is a blessing. with all the things surrounding us. Some will get to 35, they still have not found their first job. And you find they keep going, trying, and you see them sometimes the gray hair is already there. And the body is already, weak. So that is why we are not pegging it, because like other clients, if you go to Japan, they tell you 80, that's when it's old age. China, they tell you 80, that's when it's old age. Maybe in the UK, 65, that's when it's old age. But here, we will not, because here 60 is retirement age. We all know 60 is retirement age. But when it comes to taking care, you don't peg it at 60, because some before 60, they really need taking care. Children, you only take care of them to a certain level. After some time, they take care of themselves.
And you will take care.
And they will take care of you. Women, they are a special breed. They need taking care of at various points. It depends on which one you are doing.
Yes.
You have abused women. You are talking of rape. You are talking of widows. So there are, various stages where they need taking care of. But the aged, once you are old, and you really need taking care of. Because there is no midway to aging. It's either you are old, you are weak, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's not that you age today, tomorrow you are young. So once you age, until you die, you need taking care of. And when I was going to, I was privileged to find that the missionaries introduced, something like this in the 70s. Yes, they had one in what is it called, in Mina, and although it was not a proper home, but it was like a shelter. When they find you on the street, they will just take you there. At least you are sure of 3 square meals, and you are sure of 3 meals. And if you could move out of that place, you could go out, do some other things. I saw some who were doing art and craft. They just sit under the tree, because there were trees where they built the shelter for them. So they just sit under the tree, do their knitting, some sew calves, some do other things they could do, and it was okay. They were not allowed to just move aimlessly. The idea is to give them shelter. But after some time, when we grew up, I just discovered there was nothing like that, particularly in the north. I haven't seen anywhere where you find an accommodation or a shelter specifically made for older persons. Sometimes, like when you find beggars, they just bundle all of them, whether they are old, young, or all they know is that these are people that are, that are homeless. And they just bundle all of them and put them somewhere. But the elderly people need special attention. Yes. They need special attention. And sometimes when you find an environment like ours, where we take culture and religion to be our guiding principle, we used to say in those days that it's a duty for the children to take care of their parents. Parents are not supposed to be abandoned. But we know that now we all have to face reality. The reality now is that children too, they battle and struggle to stand on their own for a very long time. That's after the parents have aged. Therefore, they are not really in a position to take care of them properly. That is why this issue of old people came to me, and I'm like, okay, why don't we just create awareness, let them know we are just here to help. We are not taking away your people from you. We are not stopping them from being your relatives. We are not cutting that cord, that relationship. We just want them to be well taken care of, or to help them grow old in such a way that they don't become nuisance to the society. ultimate goal is the shelter, because I don't want to keep going after them on the street. That wouldn't be taken care of. I'm thinking of the shelter where if they get to a point where nobody at all is there for them, or there's a need for you to keep your older person somewhere where the person will be safe, and have this environment where you can see you can see your fellow elderly people, tell stories, relax, and then just be happy. Seeing somebody of your age group makes a difference, rather than stay at home where nobody is there. Because most times you just give them a room and then keep them there. You go wherever you want to go, you come back, you pick, oh, are you there? Fine, give them some food, and then it doesn't really make sense, and it doesn't really make them happy. A lot of older people are not happy, but they don't know how to say it, because there's no association for elderly persons or for old persons where they can tell you exactly, where they can tell you exactly how they feel or what is going on in their mind. But when we bring them together like this, the difference will be there. People will see that some of them are even still useful. Because I can assure you that I was in Germany and I went to shops, and all I was seeing, elderly people who ought here, if it were here, they would have been at home, just sitting down waiting for you to bring food for them, or they were, most of them are educated over there. So there could be sales, there could be sales people, there could be people attending to you for one thing or the other. Maybe you have complaints or something like that. So they use them, and they are happy, because instead of staying at home, they are useful to the society, they are also useful to themselves. And that is why we want here too. Elderly persons should not just be kept at home. Elderly persons can do something else. Some of them still go to the farm in their own communities. They go to the farm because they think that's where they get somewhere to go to. Aging is associated with a lot of health issues, and health issues that need special attention as a specialist. So we are even advocating that if it's possible, get a hospital where if an aged person gets there, he gets the treatment he wants, not the general hospital where he queues and then goes to see a general practitioner, and then the general practitioner only gives him that general treatment. Because if it has to do with bones, you need an orthopedic doctor, you need eyes, hearing, eyes,
especially when age sensitive.
Most of the organs,
like you said,
most of the organs, they need taking care of when they are aging. Because a lot of them now don't even hear well, and we don't have hearing aid. I have stretched my hand of friendship to most of the general hospitals in Abuja, but they are not forthcoming. They have not agreed to say this is what we want to do because during my advocacy time, I was in Garki Hospital. I also went to Maitama. I was in Asokoro. I wrote them letters. I told them this is what I'm doing, and I want to collaborate with them so that when we have elders that we need maybe medical attention, if they can oblige us, and then treat them. They have not said anything, so I don't know whether they want to collaborate with us or they don't want to collaborate. Yes, but the Indian hospital, they really they reached out, and we have done that with them, and it's because of the COVID that some of these things slowed down, because we couldn't take them out as we used to do, and we're very careful where we take them to. I was around when they proposed the Senior Citizen Center, and now that it has come to reality, I'm so glad indeed. Yeah, I'm happy, and I think it's a step in the right direction, and it's a way forward for our senior citizens. What we're waiting for now is to get the blueprint from them. Let's see what they want to do so that we see where we will come in, yes, where we can fit in. Because I don't know what activities they have lined up, and I don't know how they want it done, and I don't know where it's going to be, because the facilities will determine what will be happening. Some of these things have not been domesticated for them to be, to be acted upon, because until you domesticate them before people begin to act, and before the enforcement and people see results, because most of these things you can't enforce them when they are not really where they should be. Yes. And the way these policies on the elderly the way they have made these policies, we want to see how do we go about the enforcement. What do we do? There must be structure. There must be structure. Like I always say, I said most of our roads are not elderly friendly. You need walkway. You need gardens. You need a housing plan for retired elderly people of the society, because now we all live in the same what do I call space. If you want to plan for the elderly, particularly those who are retired, they are not into active service. All you need to do is get space somewhere, build in a serene environment, build bungalows. Because when you are aging, you don't need to be climbing up and down, except if you have a lift, which of course the electricity issue will be a very major issue. So we need bungalows built for retired senior citizens, like civil servants who are retired, and it should have a lot of space, and it should be like, in fact, in the UK they have retirement village now. Yes, they have retirement village where you find that they have everything. They don't need to move out of that environment. They have theater, playgrounds, supermarket, anything that you have outside, they also have it there.
These are the three things that will actually prevent the decline of your brain once you pass 45. Number one, hyperoxygenation. At a minimum, 3 times a week, you should be hyperoxygenating your blood system, aka doing some form of brisk walk or exercise to create a hyperoxygen state. The second thing is learning. It's a use it or lose it scenario. If you're not learning, your brain literally starts to divert resources to other organs and other areas of your body in order to maintain stability and homeostasis. And so the more you engage in learning, the sharper your brain stays. And more importantly, the more plastic your brain becomes, because you start connecting neurons that have never been connected before. And the third thing that I discovered, which is more important than the other two combined, guess what it is? Social connections. And that's because one of the largest portions of our brain is the mammalian brain. We are social animals. Here's what's really interesting. It's not just social connections that preserve brain function. When you add this other ingredient to connection, everything skyrockets. And do you know what that extra special ingredient is? It's collaboration. When we feel and when we engage in collaboration with another mammal, it literally is like miracle grow for our brains, for our hormones, for all of the biochemistry that in most cases will deplete feelings of depression, anxiety, and stress, and leave us feeling full of love, connection, and energy, and positive feelings.